Okay, let me get this set up. Okay. My computer feels pretty laggy today. Seems not good, but oh well. Post in the Discord. This is definitely going to cause problems pretty soon. Whoops. Did the wrong thing. Oh well. Okay, so here's the plan. Let me fix this first. These shouldn't be tiny. This one's big because I don't really know. Okay, it's rune scale times 0.25. Man, it shouldn't be that. I guess it should be play scale times something. That's 0.25? Guess so. So it goes, play scale goes from 0 to 1. So wait, maybe it's times 0.5. I think it's 0.5. Okay. 0.5. I'm definitely missing a couple. That one, times 0.5. There's one more. There's Twitter, Patreon. I don't know. Let's see. Hey, Stance, what's up? Hey, Norse, how's it going, man? Okay, that fixed it. I guess. What is Discord tied to? Play scale. Okay, yeah. Fixed. I guess. Hey, dokies. What's up, everyone? I need to fix this too. Yeah, I'll fix that right now. When you're in, where the fuck even would this be? Here? No. Okay, so you can click. I'm not that sure why this one's happening. You can click the little button to add goblins, which makes sense. And that would be in the update or render method. Update. Render. That one. Okay, so this I kind of understand. This is the party add button, so that's what I care about. But then I recently changed it because my friend that tried the game on his shitty laptop wasn't able to click any buttons except like 10% of the time. So there's this new hacky thing that forces the mouse click to be in the render frame. Nui. Welcome. Hey, Nui. Welcome, people. Oyasumi Nui. 5時間 かな. Welcome, people. I'm trying to improve the graphics of my game today. And right now I have a bug where when you click, it creates a bunch of goblins. Thanks for the raid, Nui. I appreciate it. Thank you. You click, and it yeah, okay. So it's like it's not even respecting the start value. That makes sense, I guess. Maybe. So that would be this function. Render mouse to left and not button last down. Huh. Why, yeah. Hello. That sounds like a Japanese name. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. If it contains a thing... Ah, no, that's not it. Render mouse left. That's the problem. No, because then you check click off. Fuck. Hey, Black Lion, welcome back. I remember you. Welcome. Well, click is always... This doesn't make sense. Apparently, allegedly, click is always true. But that can't be, because this logic is preventing that. So... we'll check this right here. I'm going to take a break. I hope development and bug fixing goes well. Thank you. Have a good night. Let's see here. So it's spammed it a bunch of times. Down and start. And then the last down was false. Always. Okay, that doesn't make so much sense. What? Render mouse left is down and start, which is true. So then last down should be true. I'm really fucking confused. Oh, I know, I understand. Oh shit. I get it. Cancel. It's because it's creating a new button every frame, and every new button's value of last down starts out as false. Hey, not a flatline, welcome. Everyone's showing up. I always say not a flatline, not flatline, hey. Apparently dyslexic. Okay, so I shouldn't use click. I should use render mouse left and start. I get it. Or maybe it's fine as it is. Maybe it's fine as it is, and you start last down as true. So you have to... That makes sense. I guess. Let's do. Okay, click, click. Okay, I did not fix it. Yeah. Oh, I think I don't know why. Party add button, so it doesn't change. It's always the same pointer. Well, all right then. I'll just do this and start. We'll see then if that does it. Click is the Boolean value of that. I'm gonna get rid of last button down completely. Did that fix it? I don't think it will. Nope. Okay, so now the problem is here. This thing has a value of and start when it shouldn't. Wait, where is it even updated? What? Render mouse left. Oh, and game input. Is that okay? No, that's not okay. No wonder this doesn't work. I think if you... Yeah, I don't think... So this is supposed to be in the render loop. And that is not a render function call. Okay, you come with me. So we update inputs. Oh, fuck, I get it. Because this is, update inputs is the function call that gets you the mouse click event. So you actually have to do it here, even though it's on the render loop. Okay. So then when you click, if you're clicking, if you didn't click last frame, it becomes start. If you did click last frame, it just becomes down. Technically, I do feel like that should still be working. Let's see. Okay, now I can't click at all. What did I do? Wait, did I even change anything? Am I stupid? I kind of actually really feel like maybe I didn't save this file. Oh, I didn't save the file. Okay, try again. It would be kind of nice if I could set up focus to not let me run my game without saving the file. Fuck. And it is never printing because I removed it because I'm dumb. Let's see. Still bad. It always says none though. Always none. Never once was it true. So the mystery is really, how is it clicking at all? If click return true. That's the only time it's returned true. Oh, you stand shit. I gotta send you the... I'm gonna send you the file. I forgot. It is in I mean, I'll just send the file. And then, I mean, it takes like 5 seconds, but then if you have questions about it, then I can help more. What is it called? I don't know where it is. It is called record buffer. There it is. Oh shit, there's two. Which one do I use? Not that one. Here you go. Basically, it's pretty straightforward. The complicated things was using the pixel buffers which do asynchronous reads out of the graphics pipeline, so it doesn't block when you try and get the pixels from the frame. And then I made I feel like it's pretty good, an asynchronous pipe writer, so that when you're writing the pixels into FFmpeg, it doesn't block. And then lastly, this is a little complicated to set up, but the audio frame recording, you have to create a DSP and Fmod and read the audio bytes from your DSP, and then like pipe it into here. That's all. Good luck. Which is this, I guess. Godspeed. I'm somewhat in a state of waiting for a publisher to give a response, so I barely do actual programming on the game last few days, but thanks anyways, I'll check it out when I get rejected finally. I feel you, man. Let me know how that goes. Click. Did click is sometimes true. Okay, this is not good. This is clearly a problem. So, when you render the interface, there's no loop. You just update rotating button. And then render rotating button. I am very confused. So what is calling this? It's render scene. Scene render. Render scene. Which then gets called twice. That doesn't sound right. Oh, that one doesn't matter. Okay, so it gets called once per loop, so it should say main loop render mouse left. Oh, I get it. There's just a bunch of rotating buttons, so that's fine. I actually then, oh, it's also alternating true false true false. Okay. You also, I'm realizing I'm kind of stupid. You want to do this after update inputs. Yes. I want to see what this value is now. I didn't think this would be I thought this would be like one line to fix, and it's instantly fixed. Oh well. Let's see. True. Down, start, down, none. Down, start, down, none. Well. Okay. I understand. I actually understand. Because it renders more than it updates, so you actually have to put this... You actually have to put this fucking where? It doesn't necessarily render more than it updates. That's the whole point. That's what I'm trying to fix. So... I think this is still correct, except God, this is so hard to fix. Okay, there's like two issues. I don't even know how to draw it, so I just have to think about it. It can render less than it updates, in which case this, if it's rendering less than it updates, this would just not work. Right? If it's rendering less than it updates, you set this thing to, wait, rendering less than it updates. If it's rendering less than it updates, then okay, you set this thing to none, that it would work then if it renders less than it updates. When it renders more than it updates, which is my situation, then you set this thing to none, it won't call this function. So it'll go back to false. It'll go back to false. Yes, that's true. Okay, so I guess what you really have to do then is where you have this dumbass thing. Did pull mouse left. So you do something like this probably. And when you update inputs, I guess I can check the game input update method. Did pull mouse left, it becomes true. We will set it to false right here. And then it's like, if it pulled, then you update mouse left, right? I think. But that doesn't mean it's going to update again. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. This is wrong. This is so much more complicated than I thought it would be. Maybe when you're updating, you get the first pull of a frame, and that's the one that you use to reset the values. That makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. So set this here, do this, that becomes true, take all this shit, maybe. And then like this. So in this situation, this becomes render mouse left, and then this stuff goes here. If not last render mouse left. That becomes none. Okay. So once a frame, you're allowed to call this. Which could... No, that's not going to work. Oh, God. Maybe this. Once a frame, you're allowed to call this, which resets the mouse left state and the delta, and then it always updates the actual mouse left value. Okay, that one might work. Let's see. It's easier to try it than think about it. Okay, I did it. Wait. I think. Yeah. Yay. Whoops. Alright now. Fixed. Maybe. Who knows if it's fixed for slow as fuck people though. Let's try making the update loop 30 frames per second and try it. Click, click. Okay, yep. Update loop 30. Go away, Discord. Click, click, click. Okay, I can still click. It's actually fixed. Yay. It's a miracle. Alright, let's get rid of the spam. Is that it? No way. Nope. Okay, that's it. So now I'm going to try and improve the graphics. Sorry for level manager. Mountain map. There is my daily 5-minute bug fix that was actually 30 minutes. That's not good. Okay. Mountain map. Restart again. I should have the mountain map in the title scene. So here's my plan. I need to screenshot this. I think my outline is too strong. So let's put the mouse like here or something, and then screenshot this. Go open Photoshop. Hopefully it won't freeze my computer. Come on, Photoshop, you can do it. Maybe. Did I actually? Maybe I didn't open it. Guys, I don't know if Photoshop's gonna open. I pay a lot of money for this program. What do I do? Why isn't it opening? I should have memory. I have like 10 gigs of memory available. Please open. Let me open Adobe Cloud. It's actually not going to open. All right. Cool. I'm a Microsoft Paint developer today. I pay like 40 bucks a month for this. Let me save this. And this goes into... I thought I had a folder. Maybe it's in marketing. Marketing. Nope. I thought I had a folder for the art improvement project. I'm pretty sure, unless it's just a file. Well, we will call it visuals. Mountain map with outline. Okay. So, how should this work? Let's go to normal constants. This is shaders. So all shaded is 1.0. So separately, I need something like all shaded. Actually, isn't this going to cause big problems? I guess we'll see. Because, oh shit. No, it's probably fine. Define all shaded. So I'm going to have an all shaded value and an all shaded, like, static. Which I feel like should be 1.0. And then dynamic. And that's 0.975 or something. Boolean normal alpha is static. Uh, 0.95, and it has to be greater than 0.975. Alpha has to be greater than 0.925, and alpha has to be less than 0.975. Okay. So that should work. So basically, I'm going to have to mark this stuff correctly. Right now, I think all of my normal values are just literally 1.0, so that's not good. That's actually very, very much a problem. Yep. This is gonna maybe take a while, actually. Let me say what I just did. What did I do? I fixed title scene button sizes and render update method button clicks. Okay, this is a shader part that is constant, which means it has to have some dependencies. Oh boy. Normal what? Normal constants, but what is the name of the actual variable? Normal constants, okay. So this will be what I generally do. This is all shaded dynamic, because this is Archer grapple. This is gonna be very, very not fun. Wait, what is that that's causing MTLX? Let me ignore that. Focus config release. Man, my focus recently, if I've been using my computer all day and I try to reopen focus, it won't open. It crashes at the default allocator trying to allocate memory. I don't know how much memory it's trying to allocate, but that's kind of insane. B map, ignore that. I feel like it should maybe be a white list of include files and not a black list, but I don't know. Maybe even getting rid. No, I can't get rid of text. Heads up, that stream viewport doesn't show. Yeah, I know it doesn't show the whole editor. That is on purpose because I have a 1440p monitor. Like, look, if I do this, this is what I actually see. Where's my mouse? See this gap at the top? And then there's a gap at the bottom. But then, so here it's zoomed in. Because otherwise it's like way too tiny for stream. People don't even know. Bow. Bow is all shaded static. A dynamic. Gotcha, gotcha, yeah. Buildable instance. Dynamic. Buildable placed instance dynamic. Color shader. I'm gonna guess this one is static because I don't know what the... I should probably know what it's used for. Hang on. Maybe nothing. It actually looks like nothing. And it's not even part of the default shaders anymore. In fact, it never was. I think I can get rid of it. I should probably use this opportunity and try and get rid of some shit. Like that. Emissive shaded shader. Okay. Emissive shaded shader comes emissive shader. Huh? But is this actually used? Yes, it is. When it's emissive. Okay. The emissive things are like the rune wall. So that would be, I'd say, static. Yeah. This is going to take a while. Shaded. In fact, I fucked up already. All shaded static. This has normal constants, but the other things I touched don't. Like this guy. And then this guy. That one's gone. That's it then. Okay. Goblin skin particle shader. Ice particle shader. Alright. I would bet that's dynamic. because it has to do with the goblin. Grass edge is definitely static. Grass shader, definitely static. Hat, dynamic. Okay, iridescent particle shader. I'm pretty fucking sure this is used for crystals that are on the ground. Yeah, it is. So this is dynamic. And iridescent wobble. That's used for the actual crystal, like itself. So that's dynamic. I've written a lot of fucking shaders for this game. Turns out. Normal map shader. Normal is the thing. I don't even think this is used. And then what about road normal map? None of these are used. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Map shader. Get rid of that. Shadow color breathing shader. That's used for buildings, I am pretty sure. Yeah. So it is static. Probably. God, I hope this fucking works. I don't see why I wouldn't. Normal constants for the outpost color fragment shader. Outpost color fragment. So that's the generic outpost shader. I don't know if outpost probably static. I would guess. Shadow color shader static? Except it's not used. Did not know. Shadow color wobble particle shader. Wobble, okay, that's for trees. These names, man, fuck. Crystals and trees, apparently. Okay, but anyways. It's dynamic. Before you do the stuff in the video game, you have to fix the data. Shadow color wobble. Yeah, which one uses this? Resource. Alright, whatever. Wait, not whatever. Resource. Well, this does imply found a resource with mismatched attributes. It does imply if it's a resource, it's like a tree or something. Okay, so it's dynamic. I don't know if it's ever used, but I don't know. Shadow particle fragment shader. I wish I named these better. Meat and wood. Dynamic. Shadow shader. I maybe picked just about the worst possible names I could have if I tried, I think. Okay, this is a default shader, so this is definitely static. The names don't really matter until you've been developing the game 2 years. Shadow Team Instant Shader. These are for bombs. That is dynamic. So this is for doors and outpost doors. Allegedly. Dynamic. I mean, I must be almost done. Wait, I just did this one, yeah. But it's still showing up. What is happening? Oh, I did the wrong thing. I'm stupid. Speaking of names, yesterday after 4 years of working on a game, I finally fixed Furnuts to Furnace. Woo! Has he had any issues with focus? Yes, actually. Recently only. Furnace. That's like my little... That's like my... I don't even know how I can open it on stream now because Photoshop isn't working, but... I have that little hammer character when you're upgrading a building that I need to improve. And you know, I emailed the... Hang on, I'll explain the focus thing in a second. I emailed the artist about improving that. Did I mention this? I wanted to improve that, and I wanted to have them improve the scoreboard interface I already made, and they estimated like 8 hours of work and like $400 for changing 2 images to something that looks slightly better. Don't understand. I don't get it. So I said no. Fuck that. I think I'm getting scammed. Holy, right? And then I messaged, I'm in like a Discord with a bunch of game dev artist people. And I asked in that Discord, like, am I getting scammed? And essentially the consensus was yes. So I don't fucking know. But also one of the artists offered to do it for $20. So I might do that. I've had issues with focus. I haven't updated in a while, but when I launch focus at the end of the day, when my computer is like on its last leg, because it's a piece of shit, it won't open. It says the default allocator can't allocate the memory. So yeah, $20 might be scamming the artist. I think the guy that offered that is like a learning artist. Well, that guy actually wasn't offering to do the scoreboard. He was offering to improve the hammer icon I made, which that is like a $20 project. And I probably need to do that. My hammer is very horrendous. I'm not paying attention. What did I just do? Uh-oh. Okay, that one is dynamic. That's fine. That is not where that goes. Skinned animation shader. Well, that's presumably for like, yeah, bows and goblins, so. All shaded dynamic. I don't get it, man. That even further support for my theory that artists just kind of hate money. I do want to pay them like, you know, $20, $30 an hour, but it's not 8 hours of work. It's like 2 hours of work. So I don't know why. I know it's like 2 hours of work. I would even have paid them like $150 for that. And get paid like $75 an hour. But no. What is this one? Skin bone. Okay, so that's definitely dynamic. Is that it? That might be it. Bunch of C++ files. I do not care. Okay. We will see. Let's find out what happens. Here we go. So everything should just kind of automatically work still. Let's just be sure. I have a message. Oh, I'll respond to this later. Color shader is gone. Okay, that's fine. But it was here. There it is. Color shader and something else color shader was gone. Shadow color shader. Okay, that one's legitimately gone. Wait, what? Alpha, undefined variable alpha. I'm stupid. Alpha. All shaded. Dungeon button fragment shader. I'm gonna say that's dynamic. This is a weird function, man. Holy shit. I guess because it uses a texture to define its emissive value. That makes sense. Is it gonna work? Okay, it works. So now I'll just leave this running and we can go to the directional lighting shader. No. No. The edge shader. Okay, so first I would like to figure out if I want to see if I can just remove this. Like, right now it has directional lighting. If I change this to... I think the way the alpha value works is it multiplies the actual alpha as a blend mode function. So I'll just make it 0. And then normal should come back out as center normal. Uh-oh. The level's gone. What? What? Maybe I have to look at edge parts. Maybe it samples the color value of the level inside here somehow magically. Really though, it doesn't. So it's possible the center normal is an out value of the edge function. Nope. Look. But in out is the default, so does it ever modify it? Also no. Damn it. Okay, maybe I have this wrong, and maybe it has to be 1, 1, 1, 0. Where'd my level go? Oh, you're expected to write the depth. Okay, that I did not know. Frag depth is center depth. Yay! Alright, now I have no shading. So let's save this thing. Screenshot, screenshot. I'm gonna try open Photoshop one more time. Please God, just open. Okay, we're not, that's fine. Here's my no outline version. It's actually very, very not okay to look at it at this angle. Fuck. Alright, hang on. Before I get into this then, I have to set up a better angle somehow. And I'm just gonna lock it to whatever angle I decide on. Alright. What is a good angle to try and evaluate? Let's get rid of that.
Prepare to rescue our princess.
I don't know. I guess this is fine, yeah. Oh shit, I'm stupid. I need the quaternion also. It's free physics, all this complicated stuff. But no. I'm so fucked. Oh god damn it. My license expired like 4 days ago, and I did not know it expired when you turn 30. And I live not in the state it expired in. And so I'm extremely fucked.
Get to work, goblins.
Basically, I have to do really complicated legal shit to try and get my license back from that state or retake the driving test, which is extremely fucking annoying. I did not know it expired. Okay, let's screenshot this. Boom. And I wish I could open Photoshop, the program I pay $40 a month for. I was thinking you were talking about Photoshop. How did, no, not Photoshop. How did it expire? How long was it active? I don't know. I mean, wait, it's right here. Let me see. It expired because I turned 30. Issued 6 years ago. That's how it expired. I thought you get a thing in the mail when your license needs renewal. Maybe. The address is definitely not. I haven't lived in Texas for a very, very long time. So someone got that in their mail. It wasn't me. My timing's been weird because I got an M-Class license. Which one is that? Is that motorcycle? And have changed addresses, so it's still up to date for a few more years. Man, I'm so extremely fucked. I really don't want to do this. Like, god damn it. I don't want to retake the stupid fucking driver's test. Oh, to leave Texas. Well, I've left Texas, like, I don't even know, 6 or 7 years ago, but it's a Texas license I have. Okay, so I should be locked into this position. So now I can re-enable this and try it. Do you really need a car? Kind of no. Well, kind of no, but the... Hang on, that's correct. I'm able to drive any restriction like some scooters. Oh, that's cool. In the US, I'm in the US. If there is a trick to get my license now without having to retake the driver's test, please tell me. But I don't really need a car, but because I'm moving to another country, and that country specifically has a clause with Washington, where I currently live, that you can, if you have a Washington license and you move there, you can instantly get a license there, and vice versa. That's not true for Texas. So I have to renew my license. So I need a Washington driver's license. And so I have to renew my license in order to get a Washington driver's license, or I have to take the test. Those are my only two options.
The gates are opening soon.
Okay, here is the outline version, which I feel like kind of does strictly look worse. Okay. And now we're gonna try and make it not look worse. That's the plan. I just also emailed them. Extra for this game. I've been saying for years and years I want a new Fat Princess. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Me too. I just emailed them asking for the temporary out-of-state 1-month license. But apparently you can't do that once it's expired, so they said no, just now.
The gates are opening soon. Prepare to rescue our princess.
The demo for the game should be somewhat soon, so stay tuned. Oh, I get it. This is weird. This is a weird function. Okay, so I can try one thing first because it's super easy. Normal alpha outlined makes, if it's not alpha, if neither one are alpha outlined, then the color alpha becomes 0, which means it's not outlined. But, so this doesn't do anything, right? Correct. Yeah, but then I guess I can say if not normal, alpha is rather if it's dynamic. I mean, if it's static. If they're both static? Wait, I don't know. Good day. Hey, Finn is fine. How's it going, man? Well, it's not like car is a must-have in Japan. Well, but I'm absolutely getting my Washington license before I move. Because otherwise I'm literally locked out of a license for like 2 years because I'd have to take the test in Japanese. Which I cannot do. So it's just very nicely coincidental that I'm allowed to transfer my license from Washington. What engine is this developed in? My own engine. I made it myself from scratch. How's it going though? Finn is fine. What are you up to today? Smart. Thank you. I need to look at the normal constants. Like, what is forced outline? Nothing is forced outline at all. Okay, that one should probably get removed. That seems not true, but okay. So we don't need this. Don't need this. Apparently... Don't... What the fuck even is this? Whatever, don't need that. I'm doing some shader stuff and some modeling stuff. I need a Nixie tube display for one of our assets. Interesting. Nice, it looks great. Thanks, man. Are you streaming today? Finn is fine. Normal frag color. Okay, so the only time, am I misunderstanding? No shadow. Rune wall. Okay, that's, I just added this. So this is no shadow static. Yeah. Fuck. It's 0.4, so it aligns alpha shaded without shadow. That's very confusing. That's fine. No shadow. No, not today. Not today, no. We had a water leak, so the builders who were finishing repairs. Ah, rare Tuesday off. Have taken a permanent residence under the most unreachable part of the couch. Nice. Okay, there's that. That's fine, I guess. But it won't tell me that it's actually static, so I guess I should include it here even though I really don't want to. I can say or... Oh shit. I don't know if you do have order shit in... Yeah, and GLSL. Alright, I'm just gonna do it this way. Whatever. Or this is true. No shading with shadow. I think this one also, though... Okay, apparently is not used either. Really? So 0.2 is not used. Whatever. No shading, half ambient. No, wait. Okay, that one defines no shading, half ambient. But is it, and it is used. Okay, and that one's 0.15. So... Okay, that one's used legitimately. No shading, half ambient, I think still has an outline. So I'm starting to realize the way to do this is just rely on the dynamic value. That is what I think I'll try. So if it is not dynamic, if it is not strictly dynamic, it becomes nothing. Why does this look different? I'm crazy, right? No, it is different. What is happening? Both of them have to be not dynamic. Minimum and center. Okay. If both are not dynamic, this looks bad. I do not understand what has happened here. Like, it's claiming this wall down the bottom is dynamic then, right? The hats are dynamic, which is good. But like the wall and the spikes and the bottles are all dynamic, which is not at all correct. What the fuck should I do?
Save me.
I need to know what shader that is. I guess I can look in the graphics manager and guess. Interesting song. So it should... Actually, I don't know. It should be shadow particle shader. Shadow particle shader claims it's dynamic. It's definitely not. Okay, but meat and wood. I get it. I have to make a new one. Shadow particle dynamic shader. The names get worse. Good. That's what I want. This is not where this should be. No fragment inputs. That's an outdated idea. Just goes there. Okay. So wherever shadow particle shader is, you are now dynamic shader. So are you. That's alphabetical. That's the default one. Mr. V and Vertex on line 9. Okay, I'll check. Is that it? I think so. V and Vertex I did. Yay. Alright, so now the dynamic shader is marked as dynamic, the shadow particle shader is marked as static. What else? I think I need to restart the game now, so it has this new shader. Let's see how this looks. Okay, the tree has an outline. The goblin, this actually looks not bad, I'd say. But let's go into the game.
Help me.
The gates are opening.
Okay, the hats have an outline.
Prepare to rescue our princess.
The crystals over there have an outline.
Save me.
That's kind of it. The door has an outline. These are the things I expect. The tree. Alright. Save into my ghetto Photoshop. Mountain map. Dynamic outline only. Okay. So now what I'm going to try to do though, I am going to allow you to have outlines. There's two ways I could go about this now. I can actually try and improve my outline shader, and it's really fucking complicated, so I don't know if I should. Because like, I'm technically not rendering with MSAA, right? So I'm drawing into pixels. And so trying to render semi-transparent outlines is just like so fucking hard. Slash, maybe legitimately impossible. I think. Okay, but I'm gonna ignore that for now. What needs to happen is I need to tell this thing whether or not the center normal... Oh shit, the minimum normal is output dynamically. What do I do about that? Okay, I think I can make that work. Go to edge parts. So this thing samples over like your 8 nearest pixels or something. I don't know. Yeah, that's what it does. Samples over your 8 adjacent pixels. And it gets the minimum depth of all of those and the offset to that. So you can decide how strong of an outline you have. And then it moves the normal of that up to whatever it found as the nearest depth. And that's all fine. Yeah. The thing is... I'm not even sure what this does, actually, in terms of when it decides a pixel should have an edge outline. So here's like a smooth step, right? From 40 to 0 based on the depth of the fragment. Huh? Okay, that's a view fragment. So the distance to the position is the depth. God, this is complicated. Because it's in view space. You get the separation of what? Okay, of some hard-coded values with the depth. The separation is used. It's then interpolated with something. Oh, so, okay. So that's how far off into the distance you're allowed to sample. That's interesting. That is surprising. So it makes me, yeah, it makes me think a depth value of 10 means you're allowed to sample as far off as you want. That doesn't seem that useful, but okay. Oh, I kind of get it. That'll make the edge bolder. It'll make the edge bolder the farther away the background is from the thing without sampling more pixels. Okay. I'm deciphering my own code. So then you get your view position of all the sample positions and get the biggest potential depth difference. So what I think I want to try and do, you presumably, uh-oh. This is gonna make it slower. Maybe I shouldn't care. So you have to sample the normal of the thing in the loop, because you have to scale I could do it smarter, but sampling nearby pixels shouldn't be that slow. God. This function sure is confusing. I'm gonna try doing it maybe the simple way at first. So you get the minimum normal. This isn't gonna work, but we'll see. It might look good enough to not have to slow down the shader. Get the minimum normal, and then you give you the out normal, and then you also give the minimum depth out. Minimum depth, hang on. Shouldn't it be maximum? Scaled. Maximum is actually what matters. Okay, so here you sample the minimum normal, which is okay. You have the minimum normal out at this point always, no matter what, right? It starts out as the center normal. When you find an adjacent pixel that's closer to the camera, it gets updated only then. So now, finally, that was complicated. So basically this. If neither one is dynamic of the center normal or the minimum normal, then I'm going to take your max depth difference, which is apparently squared. Okay, I'll just go ahead and square root that right here. That makes it easier. Take your max depth difference. Essentially if both are static, you can divide it by like 4. If both most extreme pixels you found for this edge pixel are static, divide the depth distance or before the step. We will see. What did it do? I mean, I don't feel like that really helped. Like I see some stuff in the background over there, like the pillar, but it's actually not a strong enough value. Maybe by 2? Man, this is better than it was, but I think it's still not good. Scaled min distance. Okay, what the fuck is this? This is probably the issue, actually, right now. It's stepping the depth of the current depth of the fragment we're checking, which is potentially the edge, with multiplied by the min distance. I feel like I should just rewrite this whole fucking shader. I think this is fucking this up, and I don't know why. That just brings everything back. It's 216. This is not changing it. Well. Square root, I probably did this on purpose, right? Square root of depth squared times 0.1. That is a very different calculation. This isn't even used, whatever the fuck that is. Probably should redo this. Interesting. That's not that good either.
Help me.
I might try rewriting this. This doesn't look bad, what I have here. Like, it has some outline there.
Save me.
This is probably not a bad compromise. But I just don't really think it looks good.
Save me.
It might be the best I've gotten so far, though. But let's commit this. Shader is currently improved, but I'll try rewriting a little bit. Apparently I have some big files. Okay. So I forgot to screenshot it. Let me screenshot it this and then start a new function. You know what I could do that'd be interesting? Okay, well, let me screenshot first. I'm gonna have to, like, theorize for a little bit here before I do anything for real. Dynamic in between first commit. Not bad.
Goblin.
Okay. So here's the issue. Let's, like, new document. When you have an edge shader like this without MSAA, you have something, and then off in the background you have some other random shit. So you only have so many pixels to work with, and they are not transparent. like it's not MSAA. And when you're, this is like background, right? Like this is like 100 meters in the back. This is up close. When you draw an outline like this, or whatever, like that's your outline shader. The depth of this is what? Like you have to update the depth of this to match the nearest actual fragment position that is being technically outlined, even though this is the pixel you're sampling. So you have to update the depth value, which is fine, but the implication is that later when you go and draw something semi-transparent on it, like a cloud or fire or smoke or something, or water. I think water is a big one. Like the transparent pass has to be after the outline, because the transparent pass doesn't have depth. And so there are like ways you can kind of hack it, but not very correctly. But now you have this pixel that's at this depth, and in order to make the outline smooth, it has to be semi-transparent, and you can't do both of those at the same time. Hello, how you doing? Hey, Galaxy Gaming. Hey, how's it going, man? So what I'm kind of considering maybe doing is something like this. I'll have these pixels being outlined as saying this is the edge. And then say you have like a mountain back here that's only a little bit of depth. So you want this thing to be... You want this thing to be like 50% transparent. So at this point, you can have your pixels here making the outline, and then when you hit this, see, to be honest, I think it would just look bad if you just stop and just switch to this outline. I think it would just look bad. It would look bad. Yep. And even if I try to draw the background color up closer and then set the depth to the nearest value, when you go and draw water, suddenly you're going to have like a couple pixels that are cut out of the water, making the water 100% transparent. So fuck edge shaders, basically. There's no correct way to do it though. Like, I could try real quick hacking the edge shader to make it so that it only draws on the inside of objects. And maybe if I make the edge shader 1 pixel wide only, that could work. Kind of find it hard to believe that would work though. Well, let's see. I'll leave this and we'll add another one, edge 2. Okay. What is happening? Okay. So if I kind of don't want any of this shit. I think it's fine for me to delete just about all of this. Were those notes important? We're sampling entire pixels without checking any distance away. We're sampling anything more than half pixels. I don't know what that means. Deleted. These offsets are literally pixels, so that's good. Gonna check whole pixels only, no fractions. I guess. Sample depth is this thing with the sample chord and whatever. So I think the logic is going to be if the sample depth is less than the minimum depth, I'm now no longer trying to draw outside of shapes. I'm just going to skip. That actually might be all I have to do now. Depth size of the divided by depth size. Oh wait, that's actually right. Isn't this wrong then? Texture of the depth sampler with the sample chord, which is the coordinate value. I'm pretty fucking sure this is wrong. What? Oh. Oh yeah. I wasn't supposed to delete this part. Okay. Minimum depth offset though. Yeah, that does have to get updated, and it's not now. Wait, no it doesn't, because the minimum depth offset is only used to update the depth value of the thing, which now never changes, so that is kind of fucking stupid. This is now no longer ever true. Okay.
Help me.
Did I do something? I can't really tell. I could do 2 pixels. I wonder what that would do. Times 2.
Save me.
That didn't seem to do anything. Didn't it have? Oh, some of them got bolder. There is one part of this that I know is wrong. I don't know where it is. It's this. Sample position, the delta value between the sample position, which is reconstructing the sample coordinate from the depth, and your current position. So that is actually the delta value in like 3D world-ish space. And so this is the distance squared. That's effectively fine to do. Okay. In that case, I really don't understand why this isn't working. Because this value essentially has to be larger than 1 And I'm just stepping this.
Help me.
I guess it technically is working. No, it's really not though. If sample depth is less than minimum depth. Is it not compiling? Oh, it's not compiling. No wonder. I should probably have a visual for that. Undefined minimum sample depth. Okay. That explains a lot. This is also confusing. Goes infinity at 1, I guess that's okay. Oh, I kind of get it. Okay, interesting. That is kind of actually what I would expect.
Help me.
That looks about right, to be honest. I don't know why nothing in the background is doing this. So now you have to add something like, I don't know, not 10. Oh. It's doing something. Okay, this is also making sense. So now we can maybe put back the minimum distance. Close, I think. Really though, the issue is I need to know how much the depth changes at this fragment or something like that. So it would just probably be something like depth plus like, I don't know, 1 or something. Close again.
Me.
Oh, it's not right. It's a fraction of depth? Because the further away something is, yeah, it would be a fraction of depth. So it would be the step, yeah. Okay.
30 seconds left.
Save me.
It's kind of technically what you would expect now. So first though, let's do alpha as a smooth step. So I can... How is this smooth step gonna work? I need to look at GLSL. Smooth step. Hang on. Once Chrome opens, man, my computer is a fuck today. There it goes. Edge 1, Edge 0, Edge 1X. Edge 0. The minimum possible depth, I'm gonna say, is something like... I don't yet know, 05? It should be... probably even less than that. And now the concept is, the thing that's getting outlined is the thing that I care about the normal of, right? So it's a this basically. Minimum normal. So this can go here. So if neither one is dynamic, I can take your depth and multiply it by 2. Or is it divide by, I don't know, wait. No, I did it right. 4 maybe. Okay. So that's the initial value. Here's a second value. That will probably work. So the smooth step is going to be depth times 0.2 max depth difference. And is this thing is this squared? No. Good.
Save me.
Okay, this is making sense. Now I have this alpha value that I don't really actually want, but I'm going to try and make it legitimately. How's this going to work? I guess it's pre-multiplied, but okay, I'm going to try and make it legitimately now. Not this. Semi-transparent on the inside of the shapes only. So I think I can just do this. Not quite. Is it? Oh, it's not compiling. No wonder. God damn it. I really probably should add a thing for that. Okay. Is it semi-transparent? Yeah, actually. It is, but, like, not exactly how I expected. Okay, let me get rid of this part. So I can see what the dynamic... Okay, there we go. See, that's semi-transparent. Okay.
Save me.
And this is now... I need to think about how it's going to look for the dynamic objects or whatever. That's what matters right now. So let's go ahead and lower this back down from times 8 to 2 or 0? 2 or 1? This is a different style for sure. It kind of looks bad. Maybe times 1 does help a little bit, but like you need to take, I think, this alpha after you smooth step and do like POW 4.
Save me.
And then I think there are some situations where I should allow it to become 2 pixels, like in the background. So that's gonna have to do with the separation value now. And I can do that. I'm not sure if the depth buffer is linearly interpolated, which would be required for this. Depth texture linear. It is. Okay, so I can do it. Interesting. Let me check my messages. Hey, CypherX. Thanks, man. Thanks for the follow. X86. I see. Okay. Well, float sample size is going to be 1 plus. I'm not very sure. This does need to be another smooth step. Hey, this is just like what I did up here. Min depth, max depth, depth. Well, that's probably just about right. I can even call it separation. Except I'm doing 1 plus this time. Alright then, times separation. So you have some really big pieces. That probably doesn't look very good, I don't know. Maybe you take this thing and do power of 2? This isn't looking good at all. The separation probably needs to go from... That's this value. 10 to 30 or something. That does help. I'm trying to look at the transitions right now where the edge is like semi-transparent. It's still maybe not enough.
Help me.
Like the crystals back there look pretty shit, I would say. I think it's fine though, maybe. Because when you're playing the game, it's like this, right?
We've breached the enemy castle.
Barely outlined.
Save me.
I think this is a better shader. I think. Okay. So there's this. And now that I'm doing it this way, there's so many things I can do. So first of all, I do want to probably do ×2 here. I really want to get rid of most shading in the game. Except the things that are far off in the distance and have big gaps and whatever. And so now I'm also realizing... Like, this stuff up behind, near the Archer building and behind it shouldn't have that strong of outlines, I don't think.
Save me.
And that's probably a function of the smooth step. So first, the min depth should probably be 0. But also, I don't even think it should... It shouldn't work this way. It shouldn't have a limit where suddenly that's the maximum separation distance. It should probably just be like an exponent thing. So hang on. A round of distance of 40, it should stop curving. So let me figure out this slope. Hang on. I think this might work. Get edge separation. Const float dist. Return 1 minus exponent of negative distance over 30. 1 minus exponent of negative, yep, that. Wait, but... Yes, it's fine. I don't know if that helped. think this is another problem now. Step minimum is... How would you call this? Step base distance is depth, right? And that's what all this shit is based on. But really that's not right. I don't think it should just be distance. It should be like the square root of distance or something. And now that I did that though, this is all super fucked. So, like, what is the square root of 30? So it's this thing kind of divided by, so like 02 and 1-ish. Okay, I fucked it up really badly. Oh, because that has to be square rooted also. Am I wrong? Maybe I am. But if that's also square rooted, maybe these numbers don't change. This is definitely in effect. Or did I go the opposite way? Times point whatever the fuck.
Save me.
I think that helped a little bit. I'm trying to look at the pillars and the crystals in the back right, comparing them to the area behind the archer tower. Okay, this might be close to what I expect for the case where it's not multiplied by 2. Okay, so this might be right. Now you see the outline on the right in those areas. You don't see it in here, except barely.
Save me.
Might be better.
Help me.
And then this guy has an outline pretty strongly, is what I want. This is not my door. I have an outline. Yeah. I think this is just quite a lot better.
Help me.
Alright, who took the last metal shield?
Bomb has an outline.
Save me.
That has an outline. Does. That's good. Cool. These don't, but that's fine. That does. It's one of the cleanest, good looking outlines I've seen in 3D games. Thank you. I don't know if that's sarcasm or not. Thanks, man.
These things can only hold one shot.
Help me.
Did you know that Goblin Jesus died for your sins?
That one is, does that have an outline? That does. Cool. It looks good. I think.
Ugh, fine.
Those do.
Save me.
The fire on your staff doesn't. Wait, yes it does. Oh, so does that one.
Help me.
Fine. That probably should have an outline, but doesn't. Not sarcasm, looks good. Thanks, man. I'm pretty happy with this now. I thought doing the outline on the inside might end up looking kind of bad, but I think I got it kind of okay. Like, the problem is also, though, like, I don't think I can zoom in. At least I don't know how. I forgot the button. Not that one. The staff, for example, now is like black. The little snowflake, but I mean, that's too detailed to begin with, to be honest. Where'd my audio go? I guess X mutes the game. Cool.
Save me.
I guess I'm done with the outline. Okay, so this is the new edge thing. This changes a lot of shit, like in a good way. Yeah. So I can probably, this code is like 4 iterations of horrible things happening on it that has to go away, but basically I don't need like any of these out values really. Yeah, see, like minimum depth, you just check if it's less than center depth. Minimum depth out is no longer a thing. Let's do this. Which also means, by the way, I don't even have to write the normal anymore. That's part of the reason I wanted to do this. I don't have to write the normal or the depth. So if you're writing depth this way with the GL frag depth, don't you have to include something? I thought you, maybe that's future, maybe that's a later versions of GLSO. So literally I'm just writing frag color now. So that changes a lot. No minimum normal, no minimum depth. And you also only do this. So I will say vec4 color becomes, so this actually sped it up. This is a much faster function now. If the center normal alpha is outlined, then you get the outline. Okay. Okay, that's something. And now no minimum normal out. No minimum depth. I also only care about center normal now, because that doesn't get updated. This all looks okay. Double square root. Sure. Yeah, and that's because this was squared before. Okay. That makes sense. That one does nothing. Okay, there you go. That's it, but now, whoops. in the edge shader in the deferred manager has a frame buffer, edge depth texture, something like that. So there is, at some point, the edge pass, which... oh boy, I don't remember how to do this. A count of things that presumably you're writing to, which is now 1. And then if it has depth, I don't know what that means. I think it doesn't have depth anymore. Yeah. It is drawable and not multi-sampled. Okay. Edge depth pass. Ooh. What is the difference? Wait, actually, what the fuck is the difference? Oh? Depth blit shader. Oh. See, this is good. I would have to reference the depth in the edge pass. Oh god, but this is gonna be hard to fix. I have to reference the depth in the edge pass and also write to the depth, right? Which means I have to have a copied depth buffer. But so basically this just shouldn't even exist. This is just copying the depth fragment into a diffuse texture or whatever. This is confusing. This should not exist. But the issue is as you're going through and setting this stuff up, it writes, what the fuck is this? Okay, it's writing into the edge. Yeah, writing into the edge depth texture, and then that's passed into the edge pass as U depth. That's not how this should work because this guy no longer has a depth texture. So this thing, it just gets passed into U depth. Okay, and this whole thing just gets deleted. See, very complicated, but I'm removing entire blit passes, which is like very good to do. Performance. Okay, so now it's just continuing, it can read from the depth texture, which is like, it's true. Because it's just like, what else can read from the depth texture? The SSAO pass can read from the depth texture, because it doesn't have depth. Yep, correct. Could you quit your job to become a full-time game dev? Yes, I did. That is why I'm poor. Woohoo! Alright, let's see if this works. Depth blit shader. Yeah, that has to go away. If you want to be poor, you too can quit your job to become full-time game dev. Pass invalid number of textures to resize a frame buffer. Okay. 196. 196 called from 153. Uh-oh. Oh, you don't write into normal. Okay. Okay. You write into diffuse. Which, does that fuck it up? No. Normal stays the same. Yeah, that is an option available to everyone listening. You can quit and become poor whenever you want. The outline here seems pretty strong. I guess it's supposed to, yeah, this seems right. The character's outlined. This is kind of outlined. All the stuff really far away is outlined. The stuff close up isn't. This is probably exactly what I want. Okay, that seems too strong. Uh-oh. Okay, that leads me to believe actually it might only seem too strong because the color of it is white. Because isn't it exactly the same strength as this bit? I don't know. Zoom. It's like a solid 2 pixels, but this is like a weak 2 pixels, so it is different actually. And this is like 3 pixels. You know maybe what the problem is? I'm not that confident, but I'm sampling a square. Right? I'm sampling a square, and that would mean things that are diagonal are stronger colors, so I could just not do that. Also, though, it works, right? It's fixed. Yay. That also implies I had something, didn't I, where I'm setting up a edge depth texture? Yeah, that doesn't have to exist anymore. Very good. Removed a whole texture from memory. Okay. So let's go ahead and run it, and I'll just leave it running. Okay, now, get rid of that. Go to the edge parts or whatever. This should be, I'm guessing, square root of 2. It's square root of 2 over 2. And it has to fit into a float. Actually, I don't think GLSL cares, so... But it probably should. So we'll do like 07. Maybe this one goes up to 8. That's more than a float 32, but there you go. Don't really know what this is going to do, to be honest. Okay, here it is now. That did fix it. Look at that. Fixed. Cool. I was right. Now it looks like even strength throughout that whole thing. It might still be too bold. At least this one is too bold. Yeah, that's too bold, isn't it? I don't think I saved a picture of this though, so let's go ahead and I'll commit. Play online.
Save me!
Picture. Okay. This is in between new method second commit. Yay. I think this is the best one yet. That means I actually have to commit. So now I have to fix that one issue where in the background it's way too big. So presumably what's effectively happening is it's going up to a separation of 2.0 because it's based on the exponent of the negative distance whatever thing. And so am I right? So if I just do this +1, everything should be that bold. Yeah, wait, not really. Oh. I bet it literally is though. Hang on. It's a optical illusion. If I go look at this, this is like 2 pixels, like a solid 2 pixels. And up here, that's like 3 pixels. No, it's not. I don't know. There's no way it's right. I don't get it. Why is it so bold? Also, why is this stuff back in the distance? Oh, it is bolded. It's just the fog and atmospheric effects is hiding it. It might be right. That's... I don't know. What if I don't make this squared? Everything's gone. Thanks for the follow, Fax and B. Thanks, man. So I could not square this, and then I could not square this, and then... I mean, everything kind of looks worse, doesn't it? Yeah. And that thing is still bold. It might just kind of be an optical illusion because it's at a weird angle, so the pixels stand out more, and it's very high contrasting, and it's above the fog. I think I don't care. It's probably good. Should probably fix shit like that. That's not good.
Soon. Prepare to rescue our princess.
Is that supposed to have... Uh-oh. Oh, I know. Whoops. Oh, I don't have to do that. I can run it. That... There's supposed to be a part of this, which I guess I have deleted now. That's, is outlined. Because you can specifically say no outline. Wait, but that's what I'm doing. What? So castle outline shader marks it as no shading, no outline, which is 0. So it is in fact not outlined. Okay. I'm confused. Mm. First of all, did I still leave this at 2? Yeah, let's put that back. Okay, much better. Oh, was that the... No, that couldn't have been the problem. That was bad. It is outlined.
Gates are opening soon. Prepare to rescue our princess. Get to work, goblins.
There's no way I did this backwards, right? God, if I did this backwards, I am gonna end it all. Meaning this. Oh no. No, wait, this is backwards now. Okay, thank fuck. Okay, this is right. Woo. I thought it might have invalidated the whole shader issue with that transparency logic, but nope. Right, it carries on into the mesh. Yeah. Thank God. So the question is... why is it... why is the castle wall outlined? Hey, it's Mirror's Edge. I can turn on ambient occlusion, and it is on. It's a legitimately Mirror's Edge now. Let's go. This is what the indie developer crowd wants. I upload this to Twitter, it gets thousands of likes. Okay, well, where are yellow ledges though? That's true. You have to have your bright colored blanket laying over the edge of the building.
We breached the enemy castle. The gates are opening soon.
So this is also white.
Prepare to rescue our princess.
So that's not right. I don't get it. Maybe I'm passing in the wrong normal? I doubt it, but I did just change this. Actually, that could be it. That... I think that is it. Wait a minute. Because this reads the normal into the light buffer thing. Oh god, this is what I was worried about. I should have had a better deferred rendering, like frame buffer dependency system than this, I think, but now this is the normal texture. And I think before, I need to check what this was before. I have to go... No, if it has SSAO, then it adds this into the normal texture, and then it writes into this thing with the normal. Okay, maybe this is right. I suspect it's right now. Not very sure though. Okay, good. It's not white.
The gates are opening soon. Prepare to rescue our princess.
This is good. So then... Oh, I did not have to do that. Put this back. Good. Yay, no outline.
The gates are opening soon. Prepare to rescue our princess.
I think everything looks good.
Get to work, goblins.
The door has an outline.
Fear is for the enemy.
I'm questioning if the outline is sometimes too strong? I don't think so. Like, the outline could be used to say, hey, this is, you can interact with this. And it does a little bit, but only just barely. I think this is fine. I could make the things that you can interact with stronger, though, to be honest. Like this should probably have an outline. So... This is probably not the correct solution, but... There's that. Very outlined. I don't really know what to look at. Like, okay, this hat right there has an outline, no outline. Which one is better? I think a tiny bit of outline is better. This stuff kind of doesn't, which is good, I think. Is anti-aliasing on? Yes. Maybe that. Edge. This is probably fine.
Help me.
2 is correct. Subtle is probably where you want to be. Okay, so this is a question here, and then how are the outlines in this area? Because everything here has an outline, but that's probably right. Even if this goes to 3. Yeah, like they still all do. Did you make the art? Did you made the art too? No. I contract the art from some various artists for the different types of things. Okay. What am I stuck on right there? Okay, I'm stuck on something. That's interesting. Whatever. Seems fine. It has a barely visible outline. That's probably good.
We have at an outpost.
You know, I might actually try to post that entirely white game and say ambient occlusion is done, or something.
We've breached the enemy castle doors.
I think,
We've breached
oh,
the enemy
that's not
castle.
great.
Save me.
It's probably okay. That's not great, but if I do 3, it does go away. 2.5? Maybe there should be a minimum. I didn't really think about that. That would solve the problem too. This plus 1 or something. Oh, wait, what? Oh, also, wait, what? Plus 1. What is the smallest value I can do here and make that go away? We'll do this and that becomes 32. Outlined. So this might be what I want. It's kind of technically gone here, but I think it exists just barely. Yeah, I see it just barely. So 0.8 or even 1 really. But then that fucks that up. Okay, so that you have to put it in here, I think. So if you want it to be a value of 1, it's something times 2. Uh-oh. Okay. What does that come out to be? Something times 2 times 0.04. And also the same thing for 0.32. I think this near value is the only thing I care about though. So the answer is 12.5. Really? No fucking way. What's the other one? 1.5. 1.5625. That might have fixed it. And the other value was 12.5, so if I do that, surely it's all super fucked up. Yeah, like all outlines in the game are basically gone.
We breached the enemy.
Okay, so we go here and ask the same question of what do I have to do to make that go away? Well, it actually is this number. More or less, yeah. Let me be sure I'm doing this right. So when you have, when the max depth, so the max depth distance is based on this depth. So I could also alternatively though, if I'm adding 1.5 whatever, I could put that before the square root. That might also be better. So right now we have 1.56. So I'm guessing this currently has a depth of like 8. So it's something like square root of 8 versus the square root of 9.5625, and subtract those together. So you add 0.26. Really? No. Oh, I did it backwards. It's square root of x minus square root of 8 becomes 8 plus x minus square root of 8 becomes 1.25. That's how it works. And x is... what is x? A complicated number... God damn, just approximate. Okay, 11.28. Really? Apparently, yes. I'm not sure I'm a fan of what I just did, to be honest. Like, every other outline in the game is basically now gone, except the strong ones, and isn't that not what you want? Well... God, I wish Photoshop would open. I'm gonna move this to my other monitor. I think even just doing +4 does actually help. So...
Help me.
does it? Yeah, 4 doesn't really affect anything. Except the little tiny annoying bits sticking out of the ground that are noisy. I think I'm okay with this. Remove the noise. Maybe I can restart like Creative Cloud or Creative Cloud, whatever it's called, and force Photoshop to fucking open. I don't even know if they let you close this program. Quit. Now will you open?
There's 1 minute left.
No.
Get to work, goblins.
Ah, that's different. Whatever. I think it's all good. Everything seems good.
30 seconds left.
I guess I'll look at another map or something. That looks good too, that little outline edge. I like it. Something just happened here. Oh, it's fine.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Overtime.
Okay. I think I removed all the noise. The game actually looks a lot better and like a correct indie game, I think. Yay. Alright. So... save one more time. Edge shader slightly improved. I want to take another screenshot and save it, and I'll look at them when Photoshop works again, I guess. And I want to look at the grass map. Man, why the fuck won't... Okay, hang on. It's like Photoshop running or something. No. There's a million Creative Cloud processes, though. Maybe I should kill all of them. Alright. Stay online. Let's try one more time to open Photoshop. Wait, what did I just open? Close.
Soon. Prepare to
I did it! I have Photoshop. Amazing.
get to work, goblins.
Screenshots. Here's my final version. Do this in Photoshop now. God, Photoshop's so laggy. Mountain map. Improved. Third commit. Alright. Open up everything else from visuals. We'll compare them all. So, with outline, this was how it was at the start of the day. With outline. No outline never existed, but I guess that's a benchmark. Final third version. And then I went to dynamic outline only. And new method. Between first version. What? Second version. Okay, so here is the iteration of the thing throughout the day. Let me save this Photoshop file. Visuals. Outline improvements. Went from the initial version to dynamic outline only. So that one doesn't really count. That goes down there. Initial version to a softer algorithm with still an outward outline. And then the new method that only outlines the inside. And then this is, I guess, tweaking it so it adjusts the dynamic objects more and the outer objects more. And then finally, oh, this is the final version. Okay. I do wonder if like it's clearly the dynamic objects should be pretty bold. No, this is probably right. Like the crystals still look really, really bold to me. But I think it's just because of the angle of the map. Like this is not a realistic angle, so I think it's okay. Yay. Alright, close Photoshop. That's it. I think that's all I'm doing. It is improved. This is probably the one I'll send to publishers, I guess. Cool. Is there anything changed? No. Okay. Was a short stream. You can wishlist Fat Goblins on Steam if you want to, which helps out. Let me figure out who I can raid. Spiritforia. That makes sense. I'll probably raid him. Let me look at the game dev section though. Just see what's happening. Alright, I will be raiding Spiritforia. Making an Xbox controller from scratch. Yeah, he's doing something pretty interesting. He's making... I don't really understand what he's doing. He's making an Xbox controller in CAD, but through code. I don't know why. But he's coding a CAD file of an Xbox controller instead of modeling it. So I'm done on stream. The game, I'd say, looks a lot better. I might add contrast tonight to the final shader, like the final pass shader, and that each map will maybe have its own contrast or something like that. But ultimately, it looks a lot better, and I think this is good. Okay, say hi, Spiritforia, and I'll be back sometime this week. I don't know what I'm doing next, though. I'll be back sometime this week to do something. Bye-bye. See ya.